Hi, I'm Angela DeValdo-Sirico for Dance Teacher Web, and today my assistant Mia is going to demonstrate a split exercise that I like to use for my intermediate and advanced students. It also helps to strengthen the inner thighs, an area that most dancers have difficulty really feeling or developing the strength with. So I don't recommend using this exercise for anybody that's below an intermediate advanced standard, because they do need to have good flexibility in order to be able to accomplish the end result, right? So we're going to start on the floor. So if you face sideways, Mia, right there. And we start on the floor, always encouraging the dancers to push the lower back into the floor so that they're really supporting themselves. So we're going to start this by taking the leg up and holding the right knee, or just below the knee, really. You really don't ever want to put pressure on any of the joints. Okay, and I always encourage my dancers to take a deep breath here, in through the nose, and as they breathe out through the mouth, try to get the knee a little bit closer to the chest. Now, very important that this other leg is completely stretched. Commonly, it's very common, most dancers, you know, until they get more advanced, forget about this leg completely. And as I always tell them, it really is a two-legged stretch, not a one-legged stretch. So it is the stretch working both ways that makes it work. So from here, we're going to grab the ankle and gently stretch the leg over the head. Now, what we're aiming to do is gently graze the floor with the toe, but of course that's pretty difficult because you have to have really good flexibility, and Mia has excellent flexibility, by the way. From here, she's going to roll to the corner, so she's going to roll up to this corner into her split and make sure that she really gets on the split. Very often a dancer will kind of be this way, and it's really not a split, it's actually a second position. So get them to establish that position. From there, you're going to go over your leg and take a nice deep breath in through the nose, out through the mouth. And then from here, you're going to walk your way into a sitting position. Now, very important here to lift out of the hips. So make that space between the ribs and the hips before you go back, and the head instigates the movement and arch back as far. Now, if you want to walk your hands back to get an even better arch, that's absolutely fine. And then from there, she's going to sit up. She now is going to put her arms out to the side, and very easily and carefully just lift up and down in that position, and down. Good. Normally I would do this 8 times. Okay, you don't have to do it 8 times here, and from there establish that nice solid position again. Go back over the leg and relax. Take a nice deep breath again, in through the nose, out through the mouth, lifting the lower abdominals, and now roll back to your beginning position, to there, and gently let the leg glide down. All right. Now this, obviously it's working on flexibility. Thank you, Mia, you can sit up, darling. It's working on flexibility. It's working on getting into the split by using your lower abdominals instead of sort of crawling around the floor. Now, when they first start to do it, they may have to crawl around the floor a little bit, but ideally you want them just to use their lower abdominals as they go over, so that they're really controlling that movement. Then of course the relaxation is very important. I always say to everybody, please encourage the dancers to take deep breaths, because typically dancers don't breathe deeply. We forget because we're so caught up in everything else. So from there, walking up, again, a nice straight position, making sure that the hips aren't twisted, that the hips are nice and firm. The lifting up for the inner thighs is not easy, and in the beginning they will have difficulty doing it, right? It comes with time. But it's an excellent way to really get those inner thighs working, and then the relaxation back and letting the leg come down in a controlled manner. Try this with your intermediate advanced dancers. I use it all the time in my lyrical classes, and it seems to really help them to find their positions well. Thank you.